Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We are live here in really misty Seattle area.
Is it misty? That looks just a little foggy. I haven't been outside.
Well, maybe we have
this
different
morning,
words.
So. Right. Oh, okay.
To me, it's mist. It looks gorgeous. And last night when I was, I was awoken by a tree falling down because I have like a wetland area behind me. Yeah. They don't fall towards my house. Luckily,
thank goodness.
Yeah, they fall away, because of the hill and the grade that they're on. But you could hear it cracking, that like when you're in the woods, staying in a cabin, that
yeah.
And Charles is barking his head off, and I'm going, Charles,
what's going on out there?
It's just a tree, because I wasn't alarmed. And then you just hear it,
So my brother-in-law's parents actually had a tree fall in their house last month.
Oh, wow.
Out in Issaquah, because they're
kind
of like you, and it's a very soft kind of sided area. And in the middle of the day, boom. They have
right on the
house too.
Oh,
they're going to be out for a year.
Wow, for the repairs.
Full coverage, and of course. Then we got to go somewhere else, and that I couldn't even imagine. But
at least no one's hurt.
Yes, correct.
That's all
yes,
no
matters,
one's
everything's fine. It's just a house, I know.
Yeah,
but it's their baby for years. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's crazy.
Hopefully, they found a great place to live for a year that they like. Someplace fun that makes them happy. So I had so much fun last weekend. My dear friends, Michelle and Jurgen, got married.
Yay, congratulations.
It was amazing. They got married on Whidbey Island, and they've been together so I went to Whidbey on Thursday so that Charles and I could hike and walk.
Right after the show.
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, okay.
And they got married on Saturday at late afternoon. It was gorgeous. It was misty rain. But
I do remember we were talking about that the beginning of the show.
Right, about the weather.
To see what the weather was going to be like on Saturday. I'm like, maybe a little bit touch and go.
It was just beautiful. I mean, Michelle looked stunning. Jurgen was so handsome. Their dogs were their ring bearers. And they invited, because I'd never met either one of their families before. Like, I know them and have spent time with them, of course. And, like they've been to, I think 2 out of 3 of my daughter's weddings, maybe 3, I can't remember, but I know. So they're, part of the family. My kids call her Aunt Michelle.
Aww.
And everybody that they invited was just so sweet and kind. And it was just a pleasure, not only just to see people you love get married and celebrate their life, because they've been together for 20 years, right? So this is, they've been together for a long time, but they've just never had the desire or the need to get married, right? And now they decided, we should get married. And it was just beautiful.
Oh, cool. Well, congratulations to them.
To the happy couple.
And both families decided they just got larger.
I know. It was so sweet to see Michelle's brothers. She's the only girl in the family. Her brothers were so tearful.
Aww.
Like they've known Jurgen all this time, but it's just different when you have those official papers. For some people, it just affects your heart. Like, it's official. We're actually family now,
All the warms and fuzzies.
It was beautiful. It was really
coolio. Well, we have all the warms and fuzzies here for you too. If you'd like to join us on the Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828. Let's just jump right at it. So we'll take Sue calling in from the Idaho area. Hi, Sue.
Hi.
Hi, Sue. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, great. What can I do for you?
Okay, I spoke with you last year sometime. My husband's in late stage Parkinson's disease, and you didn't think he'd probably last past January.
Well, I don't know if I would say, Parkinson's is but he's late stage, but it's a really slow disease. It's really slow, but go ahead. It's very slow. People can live decades with Parkinson's disease.
So what can I do to help him in any way right now?
Nothing.
No.
You have to really let go. Here's what I'm seeing. And of course you get to do whatever you want. Parkinson's disease is a disease of control. So people who get Parkinson's disease are controlling individuals. They either control themselves, are really tight, but most people who I've seen who have Parkinson's disease are externally controlling. They try to control other people.
No kidding.
Yeah, they try to control their jobs, their families. They're controlling their environment. And so, and they don't do any work on it, right? Because if you do inner work, many people avoid diseases or other potential energetic misfortunes that we don't want to experience. And if you don't work on a control issue, then and you get Parkinson's disease, it's very difficult to treat and cure, actually. So if your husband could work on not being controlling and noticing the disease is taking away his control. Although I've worked with patients, I walked in their hospital room and they're telling me what to do from the moment I walk in their room. I'm adjusting their slippers. I'm pouring their water at the perfect level. Their breakfast tray has been there 30 seconds too long, blah, 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 right? Like, and they monopolize every moment of your time. And they're so annoyed and frustrated because they can't do it themselves. And then, of course, their speech deteriorates after a while. They're so tired, right? It's really, so if he could work on that, that would be great. But what I want you to focus on, because he's already getting great care. He's surrounded by people who love him. You're a wonderful being. He's very lucky. I want you to focus on yourself because there's really nothing more you can do for him. If he's refusing to do inner work, we're not going to see a change, right? We're just not going to see a change. We're just going to see continued, advancement of the disease. So I want you to make sure you're getting time away. You have caregivers in there for your husband, that you're going to go on trips with your friends, that you're just not going to be so focused on taking care of him 24/7. How do you feel about that?
Tough.
I know, but that's what you need to learn, because people who are attracted to control freaks are internally controlling. So, because you have to control yourself to do what other people tell you to do. Like, I've something I learned about myself. I can be very much like that. So I can't have friends in my life who don't listen to me, who tell me what to do all the time, because I have historically given my power to them, and I just will happily follow them around like a little puppy, but I'll be miserable ultimately. I will. So I want you to learn this lesson so that you will stop being that little cute darling puppy that's just jumping at his every whim.
Okay. So I'll work on it.
So you're gonna have to eradicate yourself from the, and I'm sure he's a lot of work right now anyway. I'm sure it's not easy. Do you have help in the house right now?
No, I don't.
Yeah, don't you think you need it now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so don't listen to him. He doesn't get to make these decisions. You are the person who's responsible for his care, and caregivers can be burnt out. They can get injured. It's a lot of work, especially when you're there 24/7. So he doesn't get to make these decisions. You get to make the decisions because you're the one who's in charge of his care now. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it would be wonderful. And I just have to summon up the strength to do that.
Yeah. Yes. And I want you to know, when you don't own your power, that's how you attract negative karma.
Oh,
well, I'm just saying. Well, don't look at it as scary. Negative karma doesn't mean anything. It could be that the dishwasher breaks, or, it doesn't have to be anything terrible. Karma is it's trying to rebalance. But just know, for you, ignoring your power is what attracts karma for you. Like for your husband, being in power and the way that he knows how to be creates negative karma for him. If he would let go and trust others and not be so critical or controlling, he would get better, or at least enjoy his life, whatever's left of it.
Okay.
All right. So that's your homework, and he will be happier. I promise you. And you will be too.
Okay.
Okay. That's your homework.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You got it, Sue.
That's a hard one, isn't it?
Is.
It's so hard. It's so hard. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll take now. Let me give out the number 877-825-8828, or visit Marie's website for more information about her and her scheduling and all the lovely things she has to offer at energyintuitive.com.
Which, by the way, we don't have it, on our websites yet. But just to give everyone a heads up, that Suzanne Giesman and I are going to teach a weekend course in November.
Is this breaking news?
Breaking news.
Right here.
Yeah, we're going to teach an online course Saturday and Sunday. I think it's the first week in November.
Cool.
We're going to call it Tuning In with Suzanne and Marie, and we're going to help individuals to connect to their intuition more. And we're both extremely excited and thrilled. So keep your calendars open for weekends in November. And we will, of course, let everyone know as soon as we finish our promotional material. But I thought I would just give everyone a heads up first because it's going to be super, super, super fun.
Sweet. Yeah. All right. Let's take now Nicole calling in from California. Hi, Nicole. Nicole, are you there?
Hey, Nicole. Hi, I'm here.
There we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Yeah, hi. I'm calling because the past week I ended up having an abscess manifest on my upper left abdomen, and I sought medical attention, and everything's under control. But they had to do an incision and drain it, and on antibiotics for a couple of weeks, and a bunch of different things. And so I just kind of wanted to see if there was any insight, because I think I felt like there was something energetically going on there prior to this.
There has to be, right? Like energy happens first for the good things and the things that were like, oh, what's going on here? Whenever I've worked with someone who has like pockets of fluid or an actual bacterial abscess in the abdominal area close to the rib cage area, because you have all those ribs right underneath the skin, it has to do with repressed grief. So you have
to do with grief. I'm sorry.
Yes, repressed grief. And a lot of people think that grief is only about people dying. It has to be terrible, but grief could be about all kinds of things, like tons of stuff. Think of children's grief. Children have grief about all kinds, because kids are really aware, especially when you're really young. Kids have a lot of awareness, and they can see when things are not moving in a positive or good direction, and they could have grief about it. So I want you to start using some what if questions. What if I become keenly aware of any grief that I have in my being, and I'm allowing it to effortlessly release from my human energy system? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Or it could be, you could have something that's happening right now, but it's triggering historical grief as well, even past life grief. Grief is such a cool and powerful energy, but very few people allow themselves to be in that vibration. It's a huge letting go, a huge surrender. And some people like to hold it all together and act like everything's fine no matter what. And that's actually not healthy.
That resonates a lot.
Yeah. So I want you to invite it. Sometimes when people are really allowing themselves to grieve too, that there can be like, there's no consciousness to what is, disturbing or what we have all the sorrow about. And that's a really cool place to be in too, where you're just crying, but you don't even know what it's about. So you let yourself cry even more, and it just feels so good. It feels delicious. So grief is powerful, transformational energy when people allow themselves to experience it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And you're going to heal fine, but we don't want it to come back. We don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, good job.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much, Nicole. Thank you for calling
that was great. And Nicole, your energy was like delicious, taking intensive energy.
Delicious. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take one more caller before our first break. It'll be Brandy calling in from Denver. Hi, Brandy.
Hello. How are you?
I am great, Brandy. How are you?
I'm doing really good, Marie. You've helped me so much in my life. I wanted to ask a question about my daughter. So
sure. Well, I'm so happy the information's been helpful. It makes me
I
have a Virgo moon, so things have to make sense. They have to be effective.
Cheers to the Virgo moon.
Yeah. Do you have a Virgo moon too?
I have no clue. I'm just giving a cheers to it. That's all good.
That's so cute. So what can I do for you regarding your daughter?
So my oldest daughter, she's having some mental challenges. She just graduated from high school and is trying to figure out what her next step is. But she has OCD, and she has a really hard time trusting her intuition because she doesn't know if it's the OCD part of her brain talking to her or if it's really intuition. And she's got a lot of scary things going on in her head that she perceives as scary. And just don't know if you can see anything, what you can tell us about that.
So your daughter has to stop thinking. So she has an addiction to her brain, and the ego resides in the brain, and the ego is drenched in fear. So when people overthink and analyze and process, which she does constantly, and she's smart, so that doesn't help the situation. I mean, it's great to be intelligent, right? It's wonderful.
Really smart.
She is. And so she has an attraction to her mind because it can have so many interesting perceptions, but she needs to leave her brain alone and get in the lower half of her body, even hang out in her feet, so that she can detach herself from everything that she thinks about that's fearful is not even true. It's all an illusion. None of it is true whatsoever. She's scaring the crud. I want to say, can I say this other C word?
You can say crap.
crap. Yeah. She's scaring the crap out of herself all the time. And then it's not good for her adrenal glands. It wouldn't be good for her immune system. So she has to learn to get out of her head, like big time.
Okay.
So there's nothing wrong with her. She really doesn't have OCD. She doesn't really have anxiety. And this is a big problem in the United States, but probably worldwide. So many people are being treated for attention deficit disorders and all the different, variations of abbreviations of diseases.
Right.
And it really has nothing to do with any of those. It has to do with people in their head analyzing, processing. And then we have new generations of kids and young adults who are addicted to, their screens. So their brain is always being activated, right? They're always watching something. They're on social media. Their brain is constantly in some sort of overactivation, more so than my generation or, even Benny's generation. So, okay.
Okay, hearing that it's an illusion is
it's
amazing.
An illusion.
I think she really needs to know that.
It's a total illusion.
It seems so real to her.
Well, of course, because she believes in what her mind tells her, but the ego resides in the brain and the ego is drenched in fear, and fear is an illusion.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something that every spiritual teacher that I know and witness will tell you that fear is an illusion. It's not real.
Okay.
And the universe doesn't.
So if you're in fear.
Yeah, if you're in fear, you're in your ego. Yeah, ego and fear are synonymous. They mean the very same thing. So it would be nice for her to have conversations with herself that are like, honey, I love you. Everything's okay. What if I'm learning to let go of my brain? What if I'm learning to be in my body in a healthy way?
Beautiful. Okay. And then her intuition, because she's trying to figure out what to do with her life, and
it's almost
seems impossible to her right now.
She's right. I mean, it's almost impossible to hear your intuition when you're in your head, because intuition doesn't originate in the brain. It comes from the lower half of the body, really the second layer of the auric field, which is outside of your body. But if you're in your body, you have access to your aura, and she is not in her body. So, and she doesn't have to figure this all out tomorrow. She should probably take a sabbatical and learn how to chill.
Yeah.
I'm
exactly my advice to her.
Yeah, she should go to New Zealand, become a barista for like a year.
She has family in New Zealand.
Perfect. Yeah, she should go to New Zealand, be a barista for a year, learn how to go play in the water and have fun and not do anything for a year. She doesn't know how to not do, right? So remember, you have good intuition. You have given her good advice, but you also don't take a lot of control in your parenting, which I understand. I didn't really until I got divorced, because I had full custody. So I had to take control and make no, we're not doing this. No matter how my kids responded, I'm like, no, this is it. Or I turned off their phone, or I confiscated their computers, and I didn't give them back until they agreed with what I said, because I was in charge. So I know she's probably close to adulthood, or technically an adult.
Yeah, she's 18. Yeah.
But she's under your roof and you're paying for everything. So you are still in control.
Sounds beautiful. Thank you, Marie.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks very much for calling the show. 877-825-8828. A little bit of a struggle, but she can find her way through it.
She can figure it out. And don't you love Spirit? They just pop New Zealand in my brain, because she actually has family there. It's the perfect where she could be watched. But even New Zealand people they're known for being more relaxed, and they love nature. You can go hopping around with, beautiful, cute animals and kangaroos, and go climb trees with those cute little bears. What are they called? I can't.
Koala bears.
Yeah. It's gonna be so fun. I want to go.
Everything's adorable. So
I want to go. Let's go. I mean, they're snakes, so you have to be careful.
Kind of adorable.
Yeah.
Just not spiders. No, thank you.
You don't like spiders?
Nope, not gonna go there. Nope.
You're so cute.
877-825-8828. We'll be right back with more from Marie and the Marie Manuchehri Show.
If you've been thinking about joining my Greece retreat, but you realize that it was all sold out, we now have a few slots available. So if you'd love to go to the stunning, gorgeous, somewhat private island of Syro, Greece, the second most desirable island in all of the Greek islands, then you definitely want to go to energyintuitive.com and start communicating with my office so that you can participate and manifest your dreams into reality. This is our second time going to Greece. We will be there for 7 days. We swim, we go on boats, we have incredible food, we do daily physical activity, and of course, we learn powerful teachings to help you manifest your dreams into reality. So if you're interested, you better hurry up. There's only a few slots left. Go to energyintuitive.com.
Alternative Talk 1150. We're on your radio at 1150 a.m. We're on your HD radio at 98.9 Channel 3.
So many ways to listen.
We're on the web at 1150kknw.com, streaming live audio and video as well as MP3 archives of many of our shows.
So many ways to listen.
And now, we're on your smartphone or tablet. Download our free app in the Apple App Store or Google Play and take Alternative Talk 1150 anywhere you go.
So many ways to listen.
After I came home from Iraq, I could still hear the booms. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
Thanks to DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
How can Marie Manuchehri help you create a better life? Check out her events page and attend a workshop. Working with Marie is a life-changing experience. If you want to find an effective way to make significant improvements in your life, sign up for a class today at energyintuitive.com.
Alternative Talk 1150. It's good for what ails you. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. Yeah, we're using music from a
bunch of different artists.
Right. Mm-hmm. Someone made us this beautiful combination. I don't know what the correct word is.
Playlist.
A playlist.
Feel good playlist.
Yeah, for the shift network, for the green room while people were waiting. And I would sit there, because I have to check in before the class starts with all the wonderful people who help put on the classes. And we would just be bebopping to all the music. And I could see people as they came online and they're dancing and their kids are dancing. So we decided to incorporate it into the show. So it's very exciting, very exciting. And then I have another announcement. So one of the things I want to start adding to my teaching is more stories, and in terms of the healing work that I've done and all of those things. But people don't understand is I don't remember my sessions, which is really great because I can't talk about, clients. I don't remember a lot. I mean, there's some I remember, of course, especially people that I've treated for a long period of time, or if their story is really weird, I remember. When I have a follow-up appointment with someone, I honestly, 99% of the time have no memory of them. But within a few minutes of being in their energy, the important aspects of the session come back, which is really, really lovely. So that gives me limitations in telling stories because I don't remember them. And I really like to protect my clients' privacy. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan. So if you are listening to the show or someone who has had sessions with me or taken classes with me, I'm looking for people sharing any transformative experiences you had during a session or following a session that you would love to share with me that I could share in courses. So please send me an email. Go to energyintuitive.com and send me an email with a quick recap of your experience and permission to share your story. No names or personal information will be shared. Just the essence of the powerful transformation to help inspire others on their healing journey. So thank you so much for doing that.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
All right.
Okay, great.
Yeah, 877-825-8828. Sounds a little funny over here.
Does it?
Making a little adjustment there. All right. We will now take Amanda, who's calling in from San Francisco. Hi, Amanda.
Hi. Thanks so much for having me. Marie, I've read your book, Intuitive Self-Healing, and I love it so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for reading it.
Oh, my gosh. My friend gave it to me as a gift, and it's been amazing.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, I finally had the courage to call in today because I'm struggling with chronic pain and fatigue and was diagnosed with fibromyalgia a few years ago. But I think the hardest part for me is I'm in the middle of a flare up and it's really debilitating, but I keep blaming myself for not doing enough to get better. And I am trying so many different things, but I woke up just thinking, how do I let go of this pain, or should I just accept it?
It's a really, really interesting question. People who are diagnosed with fibromyalgia and other autoimmune diseases have one thing predominantly in common, is they tend to think very negatively, and they might even speak negatively. So it's going to be really important for you to stop thinking negatively, regardless of what's going on in your life. You have to have to catch yourself. In fact, I notice in my own life, when I want to manifest something, I start cleaning up my energy. I'm like, I'm complaining about this. I'm complaining about, I start to notice all my negative speaking. The throat chakra is the most powerful vortex in the physical body. And so what we speak goes out into the universe, and the universe has only one responsibility, which is to return exactly what we put into it. So, and I think most of yours is thinking. I think you think very negatively.
People see me as the most positive. Like, people write to me to say thank you for bringing so much joy and positive energy into my life. But it's so the voice in my head.
Yeah. And so it is your voice. You can get it to stop, but you have to, and I like this word, but not everybody does. You need to control your mind. It's your brain. It only just runs off because we don't manage it, but it needs to be managed.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard me say, like a dog, like yesterday, Charles, I took him for like a 20-minute walk around the neighborhood. He hadn't been around the neighborhood for like a week because I was traveling and I was walking in different places with him. And he wanted to smell every dog's recent pee or contribution to the plants. And I only had 20 minutes. So I had to like pull him. No, walkie, like I had to manage him because I
did everything. You tried everything.
So I ended up like yanking him a few times,
Walkie.
Yeah, walkie. No, Charles, stop. But I can't just let him just smell everything because I had a meeting at 4:30 that I couldn't miss. So I want you to start look at your brain like that. Like it is not allowed to go pee and poop on everything in your life. You've got to stop it. And you're the one, you're the only one who can.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
You're the only one who can. So, and when I drew out your auric field really quickly, and you worry about the world and others, you've got to stop that, please.
Like a little sponge.
Yeah.
Like soak it all up.
Right. It's a very Buddhist kind of mentality. And it's not that I'm against Buddhism. Obviously, Buddhism attracts extremely kind and caring, empathic individuals. But there's a sacrificial kind of energy to Buddhism. Like you have to be devoted, to making the world better. Well, the world was created to be the way it is so that people will wake up, and grow consciously. So there's really nothing wrong. And it doesn't mean you're going to become numb or uncompassionate. You're just going to stop dumping negative energy in your body that leads to fibromyalgia.
Right.
Okay.
That's really helpful. That's amazingly helpful.
And I
want you to so much.
I want you to call me back in a month and let's find out where you are.
I will.
Okay, because that's going to help keep you accountable.
I love that. I will do it. I promise.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Best of luck to you.
Okay.
All right.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Amanda, for joining the show. 877-825-8828. And we'll now take Irma calling in from Texas. Hi, Irma.
Hello. How are you?
Hello, Irma. I love your name. I love the older names. They're so pretty. I don't even know if I've heard Irma before, but it's just beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're
It
welcome.
makes me feel old, so thank you for saying that.
Well, you're not old. You know that.
Experienced.
Yes,
Yeah. So what can I do
That's
for you?
So I'm working to develop my extrasensory skills. I'm actually signed up for your vibrational coach class in
Fun.
September.
Very smart to start there, by the way. It's like
Yes, I'm
such,
excited.
because extrasensory perception is a high vibrational experience. It happens. You feel it more, you understand it more deeply, you can sense it better if your energy's elevated. And a lot of people have their energy low and then they're annoyed and frustrated, which even lowers their energy more. And then they don't understand why they can't, excuse me, have a multisensory experience. So that was very wise of you. Very, very wise.
Yes.
Did you want to ask me a particular question or you want me to keep going?
No, you can keep going. I just really wanted to see what you show as far as my path, my progress in that field.
Right. Well, one thing is going to help tremendously. When I drew out your energy, you have a lovely front portion to your third eye. Lots of grid lines that are excellent, beautiful spin. It means you have the ability to translate non-physical into physical. It can make sense to you. You could describe it to others. It could make sense to them. That's perfect. It's the back of your third eye, which is also taking in positive energy, which is excellent. But the back portion, right at the occiput to the back of the head, is the vortex is too long. And when it's really long, it means that it's a metaphor for me that you are self-critical. And self-criticism is the opposite of intuition. So you need to work on your self-criticism. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So when I see a really long extension of the back of the third eye, there are many, many little tiny vortexes inside the back portion of the chakra that are diluting your insight. So falling in love with you and being kind to yourself, no matter what, will help you to engage in your intuition, because it's all there, but you can't be mean to yourself, because the universe doesn't see anyone in any light except for complete, precious, magnificent energy. So the more you feel that about yourself, the more access you have to your intuition. Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Okay, great. Well, I can't wait to see you in the fall. We're going to have so much fun in the vibrational class.
Yes, looking forward to it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Irma, for joining the show from Texas.
Yeah,
and
I
our
love
biggest hearts still to
Yes. Oh my
them
gosh.
down in.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
I
it's
mean,
still they're unraveling so much still.
I know. And
That's
then all
crazy.
the other ones that have happened since, and all the ones that have
Yeah, the
happened
one in
before.
Oklahoma.
I know. It's just
Ugh.
and then, this is Pride Week too. So congratulations.
Pride Month.
Pride Month. We
Yes.
get a whole month. Thank you.
It's even better.
It's even better. So we're sending
That's
lots of
Pride year. Let's tack
Pride
on
year.
a few
We're
more
sending
months.
all of our love to
Yeah.
everyone on the planet,
Mhm.
and however you identify yourself, however you want to experience yourself, however you want to experience with other people. I think that's extremely healthy. I think it's wonderful. So
Perfect. All right.
we're so happy.
877-825-8828. We'll take now Kim calling in from San Ramon, California. Hope I got that right. Did I get it right, Kim?
You got it right.
Yay! Welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Kim. What can I do for you?
So I have a question. My son, who's 24, and I have been having health issues, and they're sort of mirroring each other. He's had bleeding in his intestines, and the colonoscopy didn't reveal the source of the blood.
I know, but that's good, because remember, you tend to be like, okay, that's not good, but that was good that he had a colonoscopy and it didn't reveal this, like they don't see an ulcer in his colon anyway, but it could be upper. It could be somewhere in the upper region of the GI.
So they are going to do more tests to figure that out, but he's got really bad insomnia and bad focus. And I have just had a pleural effusion and a thoracentesis.
Wow.
And the fluid they pulled out was blood.
Yeah. Wow.
And now we both have COVID.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I'm just wondering, do we have some a month ago we both had a flu, and I'm just wondering, do we have some karma, some energetic tangle?
It's not karma. I mean, and it's not him, it's you.
What do I do?
You don't know how to separate from your adult child.
I agree. And
it's not healthy. It's not healthy whatsoever. It reminds me, some healers, and there's probably a really small percentage, can do what you're doing, mirror someone's illness into their own body and kind of transmute it. But for all the rest of us, we are trained to never do that. Like, that's not healthy. But there are some people who they just know how to burn, the energy in their own body. But for the rest of us, we're not supposed to we're supposed to be in a place of letting go, not just allowing the disease to be transmuted, but not let it into it can move through our system, but not hold it and mirror it. That's what you do with your son. You are overly empathetic with him, and you project a lot of negativity onto him, by the way, because you project your own insecurities onto him. And then that's not good for him either. He's a worry wart. He reminds me of like a 90-year-old man who's been worrying all of his life, and he can't walk right now. And, his cat's getting old and he's scared, and he's not having a good, he can't take out the garbage cans very well or whatever. And he's alone and he's scared. That's how your son is. So, and you can only imagine how you could create an ulcer from something like that. Right. which is probably where the bleeding is coming from, is some sort of ulcer.
So what do I do? How do I and he's
Great
living
question.
with me, so it's in front of my face.
Well, this is your opportunity. There's always a reason why things happen, and they're good reasons. This is your opportunity to learn detachment and to stop caring. He's fine. He's a grown man. He has good health care. He has obviously an over-loving mother, but he has a loving mother, which is wonderful. I want you to start using what if questions. What if everything's okay? What if I can detach and things only get better? I want you to start saying those types of what if questions silently in your brain all day long. And then I want you to distract yourself when you look at your son and instead of going, oh, because I just see you crumbling when you look at him ever since he was a baby. Just putting him in this terrible worrying, oh my God, terrible things are going to happen to him. Or what if this happens, his whole life.
Well, he was born a twin and he went right into the NICU and she didn't. And everybody used to fuss over her. Oh, look how beautiful. And I used to feel so left out for him. And
who cares? Stop these stories that you're telling yourself. They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
And when a parent is projecting that kind of stuff, it attracts what you don't want to happen. So stop it.
Right.
Stop these stories.
Okay.
They're ridiculous. You had health. You are blessed. You gave birth to 2 children and they have survived and they're living. So stop these old crazy stories. That's one of your main homework assignments. And you can't talk about them either. They create negativity and they attract negativity to him and you both. So stop it. Okay. Your daughter's so lucky you don't say these negative stories about her. In fact, you kind of ignore her a little bit, which is healthier. It's better for her.
Yeah.
She has probably a better life. So you need to do the same thing with your son.
Okay.
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 All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. Have a great day.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what's funny is when I read someone's energy, my energy starts to match them. So sometimes I feel like I'm yelling at someone, and it's because that person.
But in a good way.
Well, yes, but that person wants to hear it that way, or that's how they kind of communicate. But yeah, sometimes I'm like in my head going, oh my gosh, stop screaming at them. And then when I say that to a client, like, I'm so sorry I'm being so pushy. They go, oh, I love this. This is perfect for me. This is exactly what I need. I'm like, okay, okay.
Awesome. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're at our second break of the hour, unfortunately, but we'll be right back with more from Marie.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Being hospitalized can be frightening, especially for a child. Here at Encourage Kids, we provide the resources and the funding to bring much-needed reassurance, smiles, and yes, hope to hospitalized kids and their families. I'm Michelle Hall-Duncan, President and CEO of Encourage Kids, and I encourage you to learn about our positive and life-altering programs, how we ease the anxiety around hospitalization for every one of our pediatric patients. Join our efforts. Visit encourage-kids.org.
It's time that you are heard, and I don't mean in just a conversation. I mean really heard. Imagine hosting your very own radio program on Alternative Talk 1150. Talk about being heard. Call 425-653-1150 right now to learn how affordable it can be to host your own radio show. Time slots are going fast, so take hold of this chance by dialing 425-653-1150. Alternative Talk, we have an opportunity waiting just for you.
If you've been thinking about joining my Greece retreat, but you realize that it was all sold out, we now have a few slots available. So if you'd love to go to the stunning, gorgeous, somewhat private island of Syro, Greece, the second most desirable island in all of the Greek islands, then you definitely want to go to energyintuitive.com and start communicating with my office that you can participate and manifest your dreams into reality. This is our second time going to Greece. We will be there for 7 days. We swim, we go on boats, we have incredible food, we do daily physical activity, and of course, we learn powerful teachings to help you manifest your dreams into reality. So if you're interested, you better hurry up. There's only a few slots left. Go to energyintuitive.com.
Make it a great day. Keep your dial on Alternative Talk 1150.
And welcome back to the Manuchehri Show. We are taking your calls. And remember to, if you have a story, share your story through the email, whatever you want to share. That would be amazing. And then I will be able to use those in my courses to, share some of the cool things that can happen when you work with your intuition.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take now Deborah, who's calling in from North Carolina. Hey, Deborah. Hello, Deborah. Hi.
Hi,
Can
Deborah.
you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah. How are you?
Okay. Hey, I am okay.
That didn't sound too assuring.
Yeah, we're not convinced.
Didn't believe that one at all.
We're not convinced,
Nope.
but I love your laugh. That's adorable.
Right.
What can I do for you?
Okay. Well, I'd like an overall reading, and I also I've experienced a lot of grief over the past 2 years with the passing of my husband.
Oh, I'm so
And
sorry.
recently, there have been friends around me who've had family members pass for different reasons, and I've been sending them Reiki, and I'm seeing that my energy is starting to feel depleted, and I don't know what I'm doing, but and I have lots of finance and house maintenance and all those kind of things that I'm still kind of working through on my own. And anyway, that's kind of where I am now.
We have to raise your vibration. You tend to keep your energy low. And so then that's why you feel depleted, because you're not taking in a lot of energy. You're not a great receptor of subatomic particles. Receiving has been your favorite thing. You always want to give, but you can't give and not receive. Right? It'd be like turning on the hose, trying to water your plants, but you're holding the hose, but you're not turning on the water. Right? So there's nothing happening. So you have to learn to become more receptive. I would use a lot of beautiful what if questions. What if I easily receive all that I truly deserve? And that means you're so worthy, you deserve a lot, and you're allowing it to come in. And this also helps finances, because money is made out of energy too. Everything's made out of energy. I would get out of your head, because there's a part of you, even though you're annoyed with, there's a thing that happens when you become single, however you become single, like all of a sudden if you're a woman anyway, unless you love doing, what we consider more chores that are masculine, which they're not, they're for everybody, but it's annoying, changing light bulbs, taking the trash out, all these things that, partners, if you're in a traditional relationship, when the partner, like I was annoyed for the longest time because I had to do all this stuff. But after a while, you hire people to help you and, stuff like that. So I actually think you're okay with the passing of your husband, quite frankly. I think you're okay with it. But you're focused on the day-to-day stuff, and that he would have taken care of perhaps when he was feeling well or whatnot. And then you're saddled with it. So I would love it if you'd be honest with yourself, because you like that he's he's in a joyful place now. You're happy for him. That's how I feel. Would you agree?
Yes, I am.
You are. So you're in a really good, healthy place in terms of what's happened. And now you just have to allow the universe to help you and take in tons of energy, because the universe will help you with everything, absolutely everything. But you have to let them, and you have to become receptive.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That was easy.
Thank you, Marie.
You're welcome. And your husband's blowing you kisses, by the way. Yeah, he goes on and on about how beautiful you are and how grateful he is that you guys were partners. He said you were too nice to him, actually. So it just tells me he maybe had a little bit of a temper or something. I don't know, but he just says, you were too nice to me. You should have given me
more ish.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going for?
Yeah. A little bit more complaining, perhaps. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds like the truth. Yeah.
I love it.
People on the other side do not lie.
Nope.
I'm telling you.
Straight up.
There's a small percentage of them that don't really like what I say when I'm communicating to their loved ones, but it's a very small percentage. But they never disagree with me. And they go, oh, do you have to tell them that? That's what they'll say to me. But a very small percentage, like maybe 1%. Everybody else is like, yep, that's how it was. Yep. He even says, honey, you're if you just let go, and he doesn't mean like the relationship, you have let go of that. But if you just let go of your own worries and concerns, he says, honey, you're going to be so happy. You're going to have way more fun. He goes, I was a little bit of a drag for you. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yes,
Okay.
it sounds like him.
Oh,
Thank you.
it's very sweet.
I needed that.
Good. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Marie.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Deborah, for joining us from North Carolina. That was a good call.
It was.
All right, let's take now Lisa, who's calling in from Santa Clara. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Benny.
Hi.
Miss Marie. How are you guys doing today?
We are great. Thank you. What can
Burst
we
of
do?
energy. Right through there.
What can we do for you?
I'm here with my sister-in-law, Diane. Hi.
Okay. Hi, Diane.
Hi. And we were just wondering if you could tell us how our parents are doing, her mom, my dad. If you have anything to say.
Well, they're great. The aunt is telling me that it's martini hour all the time over there on the other side, even though nobody drinks because nobody has a body, nobody has a liver, but they can pretend that they're drinking. You can imagine or create whatever you want. So the female, who is the aunt, your aunt, I guess it is, said that it's just martini hour all the time. Like they're just relaxing, having fun. The male, which is your dad, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. They have slightly different energies, even though they know each other really well and they've hung out together, even on the other side. The female doesn't really want to be proactive in inner work or self-discovery right now, right? Like it doesn't mean it'll be forever. But your dad on the other side is going, this is really cool over here. Like, oh my gosh, like I could do anything. And it's not like he's running around crazy in all the dimensions, but he's more exploratory, where your aunt, your cousin's mother, is more like, no, it's just martini hour again. It's just martini hour again.
Martini hour.
Yeah. And I don't know if she drank or not, but this is what I hear, right? Like it's martini hour. So they do hang around the family a lot. If there's any family activities, they participate. If if you guys go on a cruise in the future, if you've gone on one since they passed, they're there. Birthday parties, anniversaries, they're still very connected and committed to the family.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Of course.
I'm so happy I got through.
Oh yeah, they love you guys very, very much. They love you very, very much.
Okay, thank you, Marie.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, ladies. Go ahead and clear your guys' throat there. There, I knew it was going to happen. Shake and not stir. That's right. Shake and not stir. That's what we like about Martini Hour. 877-825-8828. We'll take now. Where'd my thing go? Oh, wait, I went back to one. Hey, on standby. Little operator error here. Got to go in proper order or else I'll get in trouble. Deb from Seattle. Hi, Deb.
Oh, hi there. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
We are great. Deb, what can I do for you?
I have a question about my son who is 13, almost 14. And I'm just wondering if we could look at his energy. I'm curious about a nervous tic that he has that he's had off and on for many, many, many years. And I'm also wondering if he might need some like neuropsych testing for learning stuff at school, or if this is just something that will ease out over time.
And I know both of your boys. So is this the youngest one?
Do.
I do. Or the oldest one? It's the younger one.
Youngest one.
Okay. The youngest one. So you could do some testing if you want to. It might be kind of fun for him to have some behavioral kind of learning, where he could actually start to participate in his nervous system more often so that we could reduce these tics. Because it's just really, he's running a little bit of anxiety on his neurological system that is kind of coming out with a tic. And I think if he can do that, if he can participate in realizing that he can be active with his own energy system, I think he's going to like really expand his energy, like astronomically. Like it's going to be really helpful for him, which is going to help him in his learning and everything else in his life. So he has a lot of power in his body, which I think you've always sensed about him, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's really showing up now that he's in adolescence.
Right.
And so if he could start to work with his power, and I think some biofeedback would be helpful, because biofeedback people help you to learn how to be in your body and not control it, but manage responses, or, you know, they may not use this energy like manage energy. But when you're managing a response, you're managing energy. So I would look for some biofeedback people.
For kids. Is there such a thing for kids?
Of course.
Okay.
It's a very common modality now and has been for years in even modern medicine. So yeah, I would look for that. Yeah. And I think he would love it. Like he's gonna love, like, oh my gosh, I can control this, or he can participate in the movement of energy in his body more effectively through biofeedback for him.
Okay, excellent. That's super helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks, Deb, for joining us from, of course, locally from Seattle. So she's enjoying the sunshine right now. We will now take Cheryl, who's calling in from New York. How are things in New York, Cheryl?
They're good. They're good. They're just a little overcast and a little sprinkly, but warm and good.
Great.
So I'm calling for a general energy reading, and if you see anything specifically that I can do for my health, I have some neurological issues, mainly my head, my eyes. It seems to focus around.
Well, I can tell you your third eye looks great. Your seventh vortex doesn't have a leak. So even though you're having neurological issues, it's really for you about your fourth chakra, because you have a massive leak in the back of the fourth vortex. And whenever we're leaking our life force, then certain things don't get better, they don't heal, they don't change, no matter what we do, no matter how hard we work on it, because everything requires energy to work. Just like I could turn on my radio, but if I don't have it plugged in, it's not going to work. Doesn't matter. And so think about it this way. You are running your body basically unplugged, because to your power source, your energy system, because the back of your fourth vortex, and you have a huge heart chakra, so it fills up your entire thoracic cavity, has a massive leak. It's like as if there were two fire engine hoses in your body and they were facing towards the back, and then they're on full volume. It's a massive leak, which honestly, which is cool, is like you're not sicker than the things that you're having. It shows that you actually have a good immune system and a strong body. But imagine once you stop leaking, then you're going to start absorbing energy, and then everything can be resolved. And many other things will work out better in your life too.
That would be phenomenal. Now, how do I get to that?
Right. I know. This is why I love that people take classes for me, because I teach all of this stuff in all my classes, but I will repeat myself again about
I did take your medical intuition class.
On the shift. Okay.
I've also studied Carolyn Mace medical intuition. I've taken Suzanne Gieson's mediumship classes. I'm in like seeking mode, maxed out.
But you somehow missed the entire module on the fourth vortex in that class. The entire module.
I will revisit.
Yeah. So I want you to go back, do the exercises. In a nutshell, I want you to imagine energy moving into the back of the upper thoracic cavity. You can, even when you're in the shower, even position your body so you can have physical sensation with the water hitting the back part. And then I want you to start using what if questions. What if I easily receive? And start.
I have been using your what if questions, but I also I have cognitive issues and a lot of brain fog.
All of this is about your fourth vortex. All of this. Wow. So even though it seems neurological, it's affecting your neurological system, but it's from your fourth vortex. And that's why it hasn't been able to be healed. You could go see a ton of people and it's not going to be healed, because you need to have the energy from the fourth vortex.
Wonderful. And I have your book, so I can look there too.
And
beautiful.
In 2 months, because I think it's going to take a couple months for you to stop leaking. Like I'm sending you energy so that you'll stop it now. Call back and let's see how you're doing.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day in New York.
Thanks very much, Cheryl, for joining us from New York.
Wow,
yes.
we are just really getting through these.
I
aren't
know. Do you want to maybe sneak in one more?
We'll sneak in one
All right,
more.
let's do it.
We'll
Let's
do our
take
best.
Susie from Vermont. Lucky. Be quick, please.
Hi, Susie.
Hi. Oh, thanks so much. So I have been working on manifesting myself
Great.
For a number of years,
Mhm.
and I'm making great progress because I've taken a course of yours.
Good.
Great.
But I just wondered what you could tell me today is my best focus for maybe right now.
Your best focus. Okay, so I'm drawing out your energy. So when you're doing manifesting work, have you learned to let go?
Maybe not.
Yeah. All of a sudden I see my middle daughter, Misha, who her and her husband are doing this great job manifesting something that I can't really talk about. And they're doing a great job. They've attracted all these opportunities. And then I had to tell my daughter, I said, now you have to let go and let the magic just happen. So I want you to start letting go. What if I let go? What if I trust the universe? What if everything is working in my highest good? I want you to start repeating like a rampage, like Esther Hicks does. Just repeating for like 2 or 3 minutes, these beautiful words of success to yourself so that everything can fly in profound, in incredible ways.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Great. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you for calling into the show. Actually, have a very, very bright day, no matter where you are in the world, and fall madly in love with you. Bye-bye for now.